Howdy guys, how's it going? So I had to hurry and get the tent set up. Not that it took that long, but we're getting a few drops of rain right now. It could start raining any minute. You know, scattered summer thunderstorms. So, but yeah, really excited. I've had this tent for about 3 or 4 weeks now, and not had a chance to get it out. Wanted to try a new thing with my e-bike by hauling stuff with that wagon. That actually worked out very, very well. Coming to this location, I didn't have to climb any huge hills, so that's why I picked this spot in particular. But as far as like turning and all that stuff goes, that worked out really good. But now, before I forget to mention, so this is a, I believe it's pronounced LYDARZ tent. It's self-inflating, and by self-inflating it has like a built-in pump that you can take out, charge, all of that good old stuff. It stopped pumping after this thing was full. I don't know if there's like a pressure sensitive thing or if they just have a timer built into the pump, but it worked really well. But what I want to tell you guys is I was able to hook y'all up with a pretty dope coupon code. So if y'all want to cop one of these tents for yourself after we test it out today and tonight, if you use code ProCal99, you can get $99 off of this tent, which is essentially $100 savings. So don't know when you're seeing this. If it's a year or two later, probably is inactive. But if you're one of the OGs and you're here at the beginning, then take advantage of it if you want a tent that sets up instantly. Now I have set this up in my backyard when it come a light shower. It wasn't even planned, but that's just how it worked out, and there was no leaks, so I'm pretty confident in this thing's ability. Really, it's just going to be about the best way to situate ventilation. There's 2 vents at the top. It's like the triangular style with the hood on the outside. So that's cross top. There's a hook right here in the center where I can hang this fan, and I can point this down like this to act as a ceiling fan. This is a fan that come from a thrift store. There's no name on it, so I can't really give you any recommendation there, but it works, and it's got a pretty dang long battery life on it as well. So I don't want to clutter up the inside too much. I've got all my gear in here aside from the wagon and the bicycle, but I mean there's enough room in here if you ever chose to do so. Thought this would be another good test for the floor in this area. There shouldn't be any briars on the ground here, but the grass and stuff, there's still some limbs and everything. But this thing seems to have a pretty nice floor as far as how thick and the ripstop material it's made out of. All these columns, super firm. So heck yeah, now we're just going to take a wait for the rain, and we'll get things kind of just set up as we go, because I am sweating to death. Okay, well, it has started raining pretty good now. So one thing I did want to note is, so you can take the flaps on the doors and have an awning, but the only thing I was a little worried about is because of the pitch that I'm on right here, was how that it would could potentially run back down. But I think that would be solved by this, because having the flap loose when it rains, like coming in, it's inevitable that you're going to get just a couple water droplets in and around the door area. But from looking at the outside of it and then coming and checking on the inside, this is already a harder rain than that little shower that first came through when I had it set up in the yard. So I think, and I have heard a bit of thunder, so we should get a decent testing out of this. Okay, so just for a reference point, I've got my backpack and that bit of loose gear there. Limousine table, Mission Mountain, pretty large backpacking chair as far as backpacking chairs are concerned. And then this full-sized nature hike low-profile cot. So all of that gear can easily fit over in that corner and free up this whole space. So if you had 2 of these cots in here, you'd have more than enough room for your and 2 people's gear. And then you could have a table, like a low-profile table set up in the center to use as a nightstand towards the back, or to play cards, whatever. And you could always use this to sit on instead of having to have a chair. But for one person, this is a mini camping condo. And right there is the hook that I was talking about where I hung the fan. And these are the top vents. Okay, and the rain has kind of died down to just a bit of a sprinkle. But there's supposed to be some more scattered thunderstorms coming through. There we go, a little bit of rearranging. So I got my cot on the back side of the tent, back there, table here. I'd say that position's a bit better because at the door area, I took and I pitched that front flap down, and there's not really any issue with the water blowing in this direction. But just having a raincoat on, coming in and out, that front area right there is, you know, just on the floor, there's some wetness because I'm not going to be taking my boots on off every single time. Unless these just get caked with mud, but where we're at the edge of a field, the grass and everything should be good there. So that way this back end, where bed and stuff is, can just stay 100% dry. I'm not dripping on it when I'm coming in or out of the door because there's really no way to tell how this storm front's going to move around here in the mountains. So Just have to play it by ear. So far, absolutely no leaks. The only drops of water that are in this tent are that come either from sweat or dripping off of my other stuff whenever I'm walking in. Okay, and since I didn't know how the tent was going to turn out, we got another about an hour and a half of rain, of heavy rain, and no leaks. Just had a little bit of water blow in from the corner because of the way that I had that front door area pulled out and the wind changed directions. But we're going to be having Menu 18 MRE from, this is still from that box of like new 2024 runs that I got off of MRE Mountain. And yeah, so this is beef ravioli meat sauce. So we got our electrolyte drink. Here is our main. Got some Italian breadsticks, cheese spread, M&Ms, and a recovery bar salted caramel marshmallows. So interesting. We got our Tabasco there, spoon, and our accessory packet. This one has matches but no coffee. So we got our main down in the FRH. Splash of water. Right on the side, get that going. Then I'm going to take and put the bread sticks on the back side of it, or attempt to. And yeah, I do have the front door open because I mean the FRH does give off kind of a unpleasant smelling fume. And then the cheese doesn't have to be right on the element, but as we know from past experience, it does help to warm it up a bit. So we're just going to put that kind of near the top. Since this table's metal, shouldn't have any issue. And that's... I do have my fan running. I'm going to take, after all the sweating I've done today, could definitely use the electrolyte drink mix, so fruit punch. The real key is trying to drink it out of one of these without spilling it all over yourself and getting sticky. And now because these electrolyte drink mixes have so much sugar and stuff in them, the flavor is pretty strong. So I go above the recommended fill line as far as I can. For my personal taste, while still having enough room to allow for agitation. Just because I want these to be a little bit more watered down. Just really make sure that's sealed up good. But down that, because I don't think fruit punch flavor is going to go very well with ravioli. Okay, everything here should be good and heated up. I know it's almost too hot to touch. Oh yeah, cheese, which is even on the outside, is like liquid now, which is what we wanted. Bread is good and warm. And the FRH is still going. I separated some of our little paper thin napkins. Ooh. Absolutely steaming. This is where, oh god, that's hot. It'd be really nice to have some type of gusset on these pouches. That right there is the goodness that we got in front of us. Put that Basco in there. That right there is what our breadsticks look like. And where these are warm, they're actually really soft. And they taste really good. I mean, that just looks outstanding. It's still almost too hot to even hold. Oh yeah. That is fantastic. This is truthfully better than any canned ravioli I've had in a long time. And way better than the last MRE ravioli that I had. So I think they've done something a little bit different with the new production run. Or at least like whatever year production run this is, supposed to be 2024. Okay, so that's something I've never seen before. A recovery bar caramel and marshmallow is in one of the brown pouches, but then it's also got its own foil pouch. And this thing just looks to me like a very, very dense Rice Krispie treat. And at the same consistency, not a very pronounced flavor, but this is something that'd be really good to eat on the go. Okay, so it is about time to hit the hay. I'm going to use one of these Clean Freak body wipes to wipe myself down, then change into one of these Wind Rider sun shirts and crawl into our jungle bag. Oh, alright guys, well, this is a very, very comfortable setup. And yeah, I don't really even need the jungle bag for warmth or anything. It's just nice to have a little something over you. I could have brought that Pike Trail sleeping bag liner. It's more like a sheet, but I wanted to have this with me as a backup just in case something with this failed. And this Wind Rider shirt's kind of like just having a sheet on your body. So I am going to try to drift off, and I will talk to y'all in the morning, and we'll see how this thing holds up through the night. Good morning, guys. How's it going? I decided to sleep in just a little bit, but we have got to get a move on because that sun has come up over the horizon a bit ago, and one thing's for sure, this tent is warming up very, very quickly. Like last night, the humidity dropped a good bit, which I was really happy about. But it has come back in force. So one thing to note is I see a tick crawling on the inside of the wall over here, so it's come in. It's got carried in somehow. So we'll take and burn him really quick. But I am very happy to report, because I have already been outside to take a leak. And no rainwater coming in. Condensation this morning was pretty much non-existent. I mean, having the fan going and having such a large area for one person. Yeah, the floor, pretty much everything over at the drawer, at the door that had dripped in, dried up overnight. And there was just like a very light shower over the course of the night, but nothing compared to what we experienced during the day. That fan is still going on medium. So, very nice. I gotta make sure I don't lose track of that guy over there. Yeah, guys, that is going to do it for this one. This tent, first time heavy thunderstorm. It done really, really good. I'm going to get my gear together and give this thing just more time to air out and bake in the sun a bit to try to make sure everything's dry before I pack it away, and that way I won't have to set it up again, like in the yard, like in the backyard. But yeah, that's going to do it for this. As always, thanks for watching. Be sure to thumbs up button, subscribe if you've not already, share the channel with friends, family, about enjoys good outdoor activities and gear. Make sure to check the link down in the description for links to all this gear. Discount code, once again, ProCal99 if you want to cop one of these tents right now and get $99 off. So until the next one, guys, adios.